Welcome to My Legit Reviews. It's been a while, but here we go on my favorite thing that I've ever bought, Keen hiking boots. So these are the men Targhee II hiking boots mid. I bought this exact boot exactly 8 years ago in 2011. And I've worn them for hundreds of miles. They're completely destroyed and I still love them. If you're worried about comfort in a boot, and you're going to be on your feet moving, this is an ideal piece of footwear. You can cinch them down really well here, and they hug right around your foot so you don't have slop in your toes. They hug right around the heel really well here. You see how this kind of tapers inward, and once these get broken in, because these are brand new, just took them out of the box minutes ago, this will hug up around your heel and ankle so you have a nice locked in heel down here so you don't have slop and blistering happening down there. Other things about the fit that I really like is this foam gets a memory of your foot shape and your ankle shape. So once you've worn this for a few hours, you're going to have a boot that fits your shape. And every time you put it on, it's like putting on a custom tailored piece of footwear. Even after I put on super lightweight sneakers, running shoes, or whatever, and I put this on and go, oh, this just feels so good. It's like getting a hug on your foot. It is waterproof, so if you have hot, sweaty feet and you're going to be in temperatures above about 70 or even 80 degrees, this is not the right boot for those conditions. Unless you really need the waterproof, then they still keep me pretty cool. I've had these on several backpacking trips, a couple in Idaho, a couple in Colorado, high elevations, creek crossings, slips in the water, etc., etc. No trouble. The laces broke, but that was after 7 years of use. My dad actually has the same boot on my recommendation, and my brother, and my wife, and all my UPS drivers that I've ever had in the past several years. They all wear this boot because it's so unbelievably comfortable. It's a leather upper with this kind of fabric here and in the center of the boot. One thing I really like about this boot is the lacing system is super fast. You stick your foot in there, you cinch this and it pulls them all, and it has these eye locks, which probably lots of boots have here. It doesn't uncinch, even with tension of your foot in there. It doesn't uncinch, so then you can reset, get things how you need them, cinch it again for your final pull, and it still doesn't move when you go to tie it up. So it's really nice, and then when you want to get out, it just boom, boom, and you're out. So it's really quick in, really quick out, and very easy to adjust the tautness of the laces so you can fine tune it while you're on the go. And one little extra tidbit here is they make great campsite slippers. Throw the laces inside, they hook right in there, nice and easy, pile up in the bottom, and watch this. Bada bing, bada boom. You're in and you walk around and it doesn't fall off, and then when you're ready to take them off, just to slip out. So middle of the night bathroom trip or whatever, don't have to worry about lacing up. I have odd-sized feet, half-size difference from the left foot to the right foot, which makes it really hard to buy footwear for me, and these boots were not hard. I never ever order things online, order this online. Fits great. On the exterior of this, on the sole, one of the things that sold me on is this heel brake. When you're going down kind of loose stuff, it will grab in and slow you down very nicely. It's also got some good grips right here on the inside of your foot and here on the outside of your foot. And all this irregular pattern kind of helps you lock in all sorts of conditions. And it's also flat so that when you're on the trail, it's not all these bumps and bobbles that are pushing up in your foot the whole time. It rides flat. One downside to this is on rocks, particularly any kind of rock that's slick, you don't have as good a grip. And that is a complaint that many reviewers initially had when I bought this before, and I've still seen, is that rock, slick surfaces, pavements, and especially when things are wet, this does not have the same kind of good grip that you're going to find in other types of sole. They have this awesome cord that goes around all the way around the back, and that is loose. And when you lace this, it pulls around your heel a little bit. It doesn't pull a lot, just enough to keep all of this wrapped up together. so that it's hugging around the upper portion of your foot, lower portion of your ankle. This wrap up here keeps your foot from abrading things, and it keeps you from absorbing a lot of water into your toes. Really light. I never get tired wearing these things. They just go up and down so nicely you don't feel like you're lugging something heavy. I think we're going to go ahead and jump into a little comparison now. So here's the 8-year-old boot that I've worn 2 pieces, and here's the brand new one that I just got today. There are a few small differences I wanted to point out right away that I noticed that aren't really a big concern, but just some things that they've changed. So on the old one, you'll see here they put stitching where this goes through the leather. New boot, they did not put any stitching there. I don't know if it's going to be a problem. This doesn't even appear to be worn out over here, so probably be okay. They've joined the leather right here. So that's 2 pieces right there on that little part. On the old style, that was 1 piece of leather all the way around. There was no joining, it was 1 piece. They still have the plastic shroud, though it's a little bit hard to see in here, but it's in there. And on the bottom, there is literally nothing I could see that's changed. They all look, they both look identical to me. I just couldn't see anything different. You can see quite how worn out mine is. Very, very, very worn out. There's not much left on that sole at all the way down to nearly nothing. And still quite comfortable. No traction, of course, but still quite comfortable. And here's a little secret I didn't know until much later. These are actually filled with air. That one's actually burst. These are filled with air, many of these here. I also wanted to point out a very minor change right here on the tongue versus here on the tongue. You can see how this has got these kind of holes in it. Maybe that helps with breathing, I don't know, but since it's waterproof, who knows? And they put this branding up here, which is pretty cool to look at, but doesn't serve any purpose. On the old style, this piece of leather was a little bit different. It has this hook to help you get your boot on, which I've never even needed, so maybe that's why it's absent now. And this piece of leather being larger kind of gave more protection from lace rub, which over here, the lace is going to go across right on there, right on here, and you're going to get this wearing. So I'm a little concerned about wearing out, but time will tell. All in all though, for a 10-year-old design or so, this is a sweet boot. Love everything about it. Really well designed, at least in my opinion. Best boots I've ever had. Thank you so much for watching. There'll be links in the description below where you can go pick some of these up for yourself, hopefully at a good price. And we'll see you next time.